The date on the calendar is March 9th. For the vast majority of humanity, this is just another rotation of the Earth, another sunrise, another day of the same routine, the same thoughts, the same problems, the same feelings. They will wake up, check their devices, consume the news, worry about the same things they worried about yesterday, and go to sleep hoping tomorrow will be different. That is the 99%. That is the mass unconscious slumber. But you are still reading these words. You did not scroll past. Something caused you to stop. Something caused you to pay attention. That is not a coincidence. That is not random. That is a signal from your own consciousness that you are ready to wake up. You are being called out of the crowd. The question is not why you are here. The question is what you are going to do with the fact that you are. Look at your life honestly for a moment. If you are feeling the pull to watch this, to read this, to listen to something different, it is because the old world is dying for you. The old ways of thinking are no longer working. The old emotional patterns are becoming unbearable. That is a good thing. That discomfort is the pain of growth. When a seed breaks open to become a plant, that breaking is destructive for the seed. But for the life inside, it is the only way out. You are in that breaking phase. You are caught between the person you have been and the person you are becoming. And that space in between is uncomfortable. Most people, when they feel this discomfort, run back to the familiar. They run back to the old identity. They grab onto the known problems because the known problems feel safer than the unknown possibilities. But you are still here. You are still reading. That tells me you have the courage to stay in the unknown for just a little longer. In the next few minutes, I am going to explain what this moment means and what it demands from you. It demands everything. It demands the death of the old self. Let me describe the old self to you. The old self is a creature of habit. The old self wakes up in the morning and the first thought is about a problem from yesterday. The body feels tired because it remembers tiredness. The mind rehearses the same worries because it finds comfort in the familiar. This is not living. This is repeating. This is existing as a biological program running on a loop. The science is very clear on this. The brain you have is wired by past experiences. The body you have become a mind of its own, addicted to the emotions you routinely feel. If you feel stressed every day, your body becomes addicted to cortisol. If you feel sad every day, your body becomes addicted to the chemistry of sadness. Your body does not know the difference between a real event causing stress and a thought causing stress. It just knows the chemical signal. So when you try to think a new thought, the body sends a signal back to the brain saying, I do not feel like myself. Like, I do not feel the familiar chemistry. Go back to the old thought. Go back to the old stress. Go back to the old sadness. That is the biological trap. March 9th is your opportunity to cut the rope. This date is a symbolic marker. It represents the moment you decide that your body will no longer run the show. Your body is the unconscious mind. It does not know the difference between the past and the present. It just knows patterns. If you want a new future, you cannot drag the old body into it. You cannot drag the old emotional addiction into it. You have to teach the body a new emotional future. You have to make the body feel the joy of the future before the future arrives. That is the work. That is the discipline. Most people will not do this. Most people wait for the future to change so they can feel better. That is backward. You must feel better first, and then the future will change to match your feeling. This is the law. This is the principle that separates the 1% from the 99%. Being chosen has nothing to do with special powers or divine favoritism. It has everything to do with neurology. Your brain is built with a system called the reticular activating system. Think of it as a filter between your conscious mind and the billions of pieces of information coming at you every second. This filter is programmed by what you pay attention to. If you are focused on problems, your filter shows you more problems. If you are focused on lack, your filter shows you more lack. But when you begin to wake up, When you begin to desire change, your filter starts to look for something different. This message found you because your filter is beginning to search for answers. You are ready to see things you could not see before. You are chosen because your frequency is shifting. But here is the hard truth: being ready is not the same as being transformed. You have the invitation, you have the signal. Now you must do the work to become the person who can receive what is coming. If you stay the same, the invitation means nothing. This requires something most people will not give. It requires the death of the old self, not physical death, spiritual death, psychological death, emotional death. You must kill the person you were yesterday. That person had certain thoughts. That person believed certain limitations. That person carried certain grievances. That person felt unworthy or angry or fearful. That person must die today. You cannot carry that corpse into tomorrow. Every morning, you must wake up and consciously decide to leave the old self in the bed. You must say to yourself, "Today, I will not think the thoughts of my past. Today, I will not feel the feelings of my past. Today, I will practice being the person I want to become." This is not easy. The old self will fight. The old self will scream. The old self will tell you that you are pretending, that you are lying to yourself, that change is impossible. That voice is not the truth. That voice is the voice of the known. That voice is the voice of the past trying to survive. I have watched this battle thousands of times in workshops. A person stands up and declares they want to be healthy. They talk about healing. They talk about a new life. But then for the next 7 days, every conversation, every question, every thought revolves around their disease. They describe the symptoms, they describe the history, they describe the fear. They are in love with the story, they are married to the problem. And as long as you are married to the problem, you cannot have a relationship with the solution. You must divorce your limitations. You must stop talking about what you do not want. You must stop rehearsing the past. You must stop identifying with the diagnosis, the failure, the betrayal. Those are not you. Those are events that happened. You are the consciousness observing those events, and consciousness can choose again. The moment of power is small. It is a gap. It lives between the stimulus and your response. Something happens in your day, a trigger. A person says something, a bill arrives, a memory surfaces. In that instant, your old programming wants to react automatically. It wants to feel anger. It wants to feel fear. It wants to feel worry. That reaction is a habit. It is a chemical addiction. But in that tiny gap between the event and your reaction, there is a space. In that space is your freedom. In that space, you can choose something new. You can choose a different thought. You can choose a different feeling. You can say to yourself, "I will not react the way I always react. I will not give my power away to this trigger. I will feel peace instead. I will feel gratitude instead. I will feel love instead." That choice rewires the brain. That choice teaches the body a new emotional state. That is how you change. Do not just watch this message and then go back to your day. When you finish reading these words, sit in silence. Do not reach for your phone. Do not turn on the television. Do not seek distraction. Sit for 10 minutes, close your eyes, breathe, and begin to mentally rehearse the person you intend to become. See yourself responding differently to old triggers. See yourself feeling whole. See yourself feeling free. See yourself feeling abundant. Do this until the feeling becomes real in your body. Do this until your body cannot tell the difference between the imagined future and the actual past. That is the bridge. That is how you cross from the old self to the new self. Thought plus feeling equals experience. If you think a new thought and feel the feeling of it, you are planting the seed of that future experience in the quantum field. You are signaling to the universe what you want to become. Now, I must warn you, when you do this work, the survival brain will fight back. The survival brain is ancient. Its only job is to keep you alive in a familiar world. It does not care if you are happy. It does not care if you are fulfilled. It only cares that you are safe. And to the survival brain, the unknown is dangerous. When you start thinking new thoughts and feeling new feelings, the brain will send up alarms. It will produce thoughts of doubt. It will produce feelings of anxiety. It will tell you that you are wasting your time. It will tell you that this does not work. It will try to pull you back into the familiar misery because the familiar misery feels like home. This is the test. This is where most people quit. They feel the discomfort of change and they interpret it as a sign that they are doing something wrong. They are not doing something wrong. They are doing something right. The discomfort is the old self dying. Let it die. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is the energy of transformation. When you feel fear, it means you are standing at the edge of the old world, looking into the new world. Fear means you are growing. Fear means you are leaving the known behind. Do not run from it. Walk into it. Feel the fear and take the step anyway. That is courage. That is the definition of being in the 1%. The 1% feel fear just like everyone else. The difference is they do not let fear make their decisions. They feel it and they move forward. They know that on the other side of fear is freedom. They know that the only way out is through. March 9th is your day of declaration. This is the day you stop waiting. This is the day you stop hoping. This is the day you become the creator of your life. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. In this moment, you have the power to choose a new thought. You have the power to choose a new emotional state. You have the power to look in the mirror and see the future version of yourself looking back. Not the tired, beaten down version, not the victim version, not the worried version, the evolved version, the powerful version, the whole version. See that person, feel that person, become that person. You are not here by accident. The signal that brought you to this message came from within you. Your soul knows it is time. Your consciousness knows it is time. The universe is supporting your evolution, but you must take the step. You must do the work. No one can meditate for you. No one can feel your feelings for you. No one can rewire your brain for you. This is your journey. This is your responsibility, and it is your greatest privilege to be alive in this moment, to be aware in this moment, to be chosen in this moment, means you have a role to play in the unfolding of humanity. The world does not need more people asleep. The world needs people who are awake. The world needs people who can hold a vision of a better future and become it. That is you. That is why you are here. Do not ignore this call. Do not let this moment pass. The 99% will forget this message by tomorrow. They will go back to their programs. They will go back to their worries. They will go back to their sleep. But you are different. You are the 1%. You are the ones who say yes to evolution. You are the ones who say yes to life. Stand up, change your state, feel the future now, become it. March 9th is your day. Make it count.